Right, what is up everyone? How are you all? I hope you're all good. Today is a Wednesday, which means it's a push day without shoulders, so just like chest and triceps basically. And slowly becoming one of my favourite days because it allows me to properly focus on the chest and triceps muscles instead of thinking about the shoulders at the end. Sounds a bit stupid, but it really does help me, to be honest. One thing I wanted to mention is, as of late, I've not been doing any like car talks. It's because my phone mount for my car has broken. I yanked it off just because I'm like pure strength, you know. So I'm waiting to order a new one. I just haven't got round to it yet. But once I get a new one, we'll be having the car chats again because I do like him. It's just a good waffle on the way to the gym. But yeah, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Like the video and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. Enough of the chat, let's go hit the gym. Right, as everyone's push day should start, or at least chest day, we are warming up our rotator cuffs. So your rotator cuff muscles are like the surrounding muscles of your shoulder, really, in simple terms, and warming them up is done by this movement, so external rotation, whether you've got shoulder adduction or abduction. So you'll be doing a rotator cuff warm up with shoulder adduction and external rotation, as well as shoulder abduction and external rotation. So it covers the whole rotator cuff group effectively, I suppose. So let's just crack on with the little warm-ups and then we'll move on to the workout. Also, something quickly worth noting is you do not want to be going heavy on this. Like, your rotator cuffs are small muscles, so you don't want to be killing them, you're just warming them up. Right, that's my rotator cuffs warmed up. Let's crack on with the workout. Alright, so we've warmed up to our rotator cuff, and although we've done that, we still need to actually warm up our chest. So I'm just going to have a 20 on each side. Lovely. Right, warm-up's done. I'm going to chuck on a 20 and a 5. Yeah, 20 and a 5, and then we'll hit them reps. Right, let's do this set. I'm not going to predict any numbers. Just going to move it and see how I get on. Okay, I never know whether to count the first rep or not, but go based on the rep counter, because I'll decide there and then. If the form on the lift off rep is fine, I'll count it. So I was either 7 or 8 reps, which isn't bad at all, but I must admit I'm not enjoying this exercise much. Like, it's just not giving me what it used to give me. In terms of like feel and progression, so I'm gonna move on to another exercise, but like potentially up the amount of sets I do for that one and maybe the next one as well. Right, next exercise is going to be a flat dumbbell press. So last session we did 34s because it was like a very well matched weight. So we're going to stick with 34s, see how they move this session, and then potentially move up again. I'm just going to have a little rest because I feel a bit gassed out. I know I said in one of my previous videos, I'm not a massive fan of dumbbell bench, but I'm somewhat enjoying them now. So, you know, it's clearly changed. Don't know what I've done differently that means I enjoy them more. No clue, but either way, a good bit of fun. Right, let's do this first set, see how it moves. Oh, my leg's still killed from yesterday's session. Alright, that was 10 very good reps as well, I think, even if I do say so myself. I think I'm just getting quite good at keeping them controlled, which might be why I'm enjoying them a bit more now, because it's a controlled movement instead of, you know, just like blasting a load out and then hurting myself. But anyway, I need a good rest after that set, and then we'll crack on with the next one. Right, I had a solid 5 minutes rest. Some of you might say that's too much rest, but there's plenty of evidence to suggest that when training for hypertrophy, more rest is exponentially better for gains. So, next set, potentially get 10 again, would be nice, but we'll see. That was 10 again, and that was like about as close to failure as I can get. So I'm happy with that. I think it's time to move on to the next chest exercise. Right, cuffed cable flies is next, and although I said I was going to do a chest exercise that for 3 sets, I've already got this programmed for 3 sets. So we're just going to keep it at 3 sets, I suppose. I can't actually remember what weight I do, so I'm going to try like 12. I think it's 12, and then we'll see how it feels. Right, I think I should have had a longer rest for that set, but I'll have a good size rest now, and then I'll do the next set. But 10 kilos seems about right. Right, let's do this next set. There is no way I won't get between 10 and 12 on this set because I've had a good rest, so I'll be very surprised if I don't. Right, well that was 10, and I went for an 11th. So, like I said, I knew I'd get 10. Anyway, let's have another rest. Then we'll finish up on here and move on to triceps. Right, one thing I've just realised is, obviously, I spoke about this in my last video about biomechanics, and on the Nordic curl. So obviously the Nordic curl is harder, the further your total mass is away from the point of axis. So, applying that to this exercise, if the cuffs are at my wrist, it's going to be a lot harder than if the cuffs are almost at my elbow or right on my upper forearm. So something I need to keep, in mind is that if I'm struggling to get, let's say 10 reps, I might subconsciously put the cuffs higher up, so closer to my elbow. Not that that's the point of axis, but it can't really go on my bicep. And that'll make it easier for me. So I don't want to do that, basically. I want to keep the place in which the cuff is consistent. So with that in mind, I'm going to try and keep the cuffs on like the chunky bit of my forearm, because one, it's easier to take off. I can just slip my arms out. And two, it's quite an easy place to keep the cuffs in. Like if you put it on your wrist, they could slip down. Obviously, if you keep them at your forearm, they can't really go past your elbow. So we're going to do that. So yeah, leaving like 2 or 3 inches from my elbow crease, or whatever you call it. Don't actually know the name. Right, I think I managed to do what I said. Oh no, my cup. It's fallen over. Anyway, let's go hit some triceps. Right, first tricep exercise of the day will be cross cable extensions. Right, so I'm going to do a warm up on 7.9 and then do a working set on 12. That should be about right. No, okay. Definitely not right. I can feel the form was off as soon as I did it. Right, that was like 9, I think. So, not a bad amount of reps. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my form was very close from going off, but I think I managed to keep it relatively consistent across the board. So, we'll have a good rest and then crack on with the next set. All right, let's do this next set. Right, you can't tell me that set was not a lot better than the first one. But we're done on that. Let's do some singles now. Oh, right. Right, let's crack on with the next set of this and then move on to my current favourite exercise for triceps. Oh no, wrong side. Right, finished on the singles. Let's move on to, like I said before, my favourite tricep exercise right now. Alright, I've made a little tweak to this exercise. First one is, you might notice, is I'm on an incline now. It's because, obviously, because it's an overhead movement, if I'm that close to the cables, I couldn't get a proper stretch. So I've put the incline up a bit, so I get more of a stretch. And then the next change is I'm using a V-bar now, instead of a D handles. Just allows me to keep my wrist fixed a bit better. I didn't like the free movement of the D handles, although for a lot of exercises it's a good thing. I didn't like it for this exercise, so they are the two adjustments I've made. So let's crack on. Right, that was a bit of a weird set. I Was just trying to get used to that quickly. But I still hit like, what, 10 I think? Well, I don't know. You'll see on the rep counter. So we're going to have a rest and then we'll do another proper set. Right, I realised that was a bad angle. So I'm going to do this last set from this angle. Oh. Right, that's the session done. Let's just quickly check the pump. It's going to be a little bit harder to do in a compression top, but nevertheless, we'll still check it. Double bicep as well, why not? Right, that's today's session done. As always, if you're new, please do hit the subscribe button, like the video and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. I love you guys lots. I gotta go eat. So I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.